Now, former board member Vuyo Jack is testifying at the inquiry into impropriety at the Public Investment Corporation. He says the board resolved to conduct a governance review as a result of poor management. Let me take you to the inquiry, and Heidi Giokos is covering that for us in Pretoria. Heidi, good afternoon to you. So bring us up to speed this lunchtime. What's emerged?
Well, Jeremy, we heard from Vuyo Jack, who was hired as an independent non-executive board member from 2012 to 2015, and this governance survey that was conducted by Deloitte, yielded its own results. And then, Jack was basically speaking about how there was tension mounting amongst PIC board members, PIC staff in general. But what really stood out of his testimony today was the fact that he spoke about how the PIC, what it seemed as though there was much energy and attention being put into the quantity of deals that the PIC invested and not the quality, which obviously then exacerbated the fact that the PIC was investing into very bad deals, such as VBS Mutual Bank, Steinhoff, and what we recently saw into AO Technology. He is still giving his testimony. He's only halfway through, but he did speak about how the fact that there was a culture of fear, intimidation at the PIC, and there was constant tension between PIC boards because various issues were not being raised and not being communicated, and this is why they did this survey which raised many issues, many not being dealt with.
It's interesting you raised that whole issue of quality of deals over quantity, and it's in chasing the quantity that the problem started to emerge, Heidi. And I guess the question would be, and you've possibly answered it in part, is that how was this allowed to prevail? You've referred to this culture of fear that existed within the corporation. How then did that manifest itself? Do we have details on that?
We don't have much details on that, but I mean it is a specific point that he elaborated on in detail, speaking to the issue of how the PIC cannot be investing into many deals, and you have a problem where there's no great interest on return, because you must remember the PIC is investing government employees' pension funds, and you can't have a situation where money is lost, they're being put at risk, and this is why he said that there was a major concern in terms of the fact that the PIC rather wanted to have a large quantity instead of quality deals. He has not really touched on how this was dealt with. As I mentioned, he is still testifying and reading his affidavit. So we'll obviously hear how that matter was dealt with.
All right, Heidi Giokos in Pretoria, thank you. We'll return there live a little later on. Now,